Hello, everyone. I'm Laura Dorsey with Infinite Scholars. Infinite Scholars does one thing and we do one thing well. We help send students to college. Now, we do this in a variety of ways, but one of the biggest ways that we do it is that we facilitate scholarship fairs across the country. We do 27 fairs across the country in the Midwest and the East Coast. We're only able to do this because we have a network of 300 or so colleges that work with us on a regular basis. 50 to 100 of them attending a scholarship fair at any given time. Today we have with us one of our major supporters in this venture of having scholarship fairs and with Stowe State University. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Stowe, okay? And then I'll just turn it over to them to see exactly what they have to share with us today. So Stowe State University is located in St. Louis, Missouri. Okay, the campus is in the area of St. Louis known as Midtown, which is known for arts and culture. Okay, they also neighbor downtown St. Louis with the Gateway Arch being about 5 minutes away from the campus. University has just over 1,700 undergraduate students representing 26 states and 13 different countries. University has nearly 60 degree programs in arts and science, business, and education. They also have 5 partnerships, dual degree programs. University HQ lists Stowe State University as the most affordable 4-year institution in the state of Missouri. Tuition rate at Stowe University is just over $5,000 per year. Okay. Students are automatically considered for merit-based scholarships that range from $1,200 to full tuition. They also graduate the most African-American math majors in the state of Missouri. For today, to be able to help us with being able to navigate everything Stowe State University has to offer is Iris Tapp, who is our Director of Admissions. Iris, thank you so much for being here with us today to helping us be able to have a total understanding about Stowe State University.
Thank you, Dr. Dorsey, for that wonderful introduction. Again, my name is Iris Tabb, and I want to talk to everyone a little bit about Stowe State University. So Stowe State University was founded in 1857 as Harris Teachers College. 1890 is when we added Stowe Teachers College for our African-American students as a result of the segregation in St. Louis. In 1954, the two institutions merged to form Stowe Teachers College. In 1987, Stowe State College was declared an HBCU thanks to our Stowe Teachers Foundation. And then in 2005, Stowe State University officially became a university by the state of Missouri. Our mascot is the Hornet, so we welcome all of our students to Hornet Nation. The student population is 1,716. We have over 50 undergraduate programs. Our student faculty ratio is 15:1, and we are accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. Our nearly 60 majors are comprised in 3 different colleges and schools on our campus. Our business programs are located in the Anheuser-Busch School of Business, where we have accounting, business administration, entrepreneurship, finance, healthcare management, IT, as well as marketing. Our College of Education, we certify teachers from early childhood all the way through secondary education in all areas of certification. And then the College of Arts and Sciences houses the majority of our programs on campus, with biology pre-med being the most popular major that we have here on campus. We have partnerships here at Stowe State University with some very prominent schools in the St. Louis area. So while we don't have a pharmacy school, those students that are interested in becoming pharmacists, they'll complete 3 years at Stowe State University and receive an undergraduate degree in a science area, and then complete 4 years at St. Louis College of Pharmacy and get their doctorate degree. Same thing with nursing, occupational therapy, 3 different engineering programs, and then a master's in biosciences. And again, all of these programs, the students will earn their undergraduate degree at Harris-Stowe State University and receive their master's or their doctorate at the respective schools. In order to be accepted to Harris-Stowe State University, the minimum GPA would be a 2.5 cumulative, the minimum ACT 16 or 860 SAT. We will require official high school transcripts to be sent to us. And then so many students are taking advantage of dual credit programs with their high school and community colleges. If you have college credits that you've earned in high school, we would like to see those college transcripts as well. We mentioned earlier that the cost of attendance at Harris-Stowe State University is the lowest in the state of Missouri. So as you can see here, for our in-state students, tuition, room, board, books, and fees, the total cost is about $8,000 per year. And for our students that are out of state, the total cost of attendance is a little over $10,000. And again, this makes Harris-Stowe the most affordable institution in the state of Missouri. You see there the Hornet rate. That is a discount rate for students that live in some of the surrounding states of Missouri. So Illinois, Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Nebraska can benefit with this discounted rate. So how are you going to pay for your college education? We have merit scholarships that range from $1,200 to full tuition, including room, board, books, and fees. All you have to do is apply for admission to Harris-Stowe State University, and you will automatically be considered for these scholarship opportunities. Also complete your FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid, to be eligible for any other federal or state programs. We want our students to be active on campus, and they'll quickly learn that education isn't all about just your classroom experience, but what you do outside of the classroom as well. So we have our athletic teams, intramural sports. We are members of the NAIA conference. We have over 60 student clubs and organizations. We have an active Greek life on campus with 8 of the 9 Divine 9 organizations on our campus, and numerous academic clubs and honor societies. We have men and women's sports here on campus, and you can see which sports we have represented. We offer these in intramural as well as club sports also. And I mentioned earlier that we are in the NAIA division. We're proud to say that our student athletes are scholars as well. Our students that just finished the 1920 academic year finished with a 3.1 cumulative grade point average. For our students that will be living on campus, we have 2 residence halls on campus, and the amenities are intended to make you have a home away from home. So they are fully furnished. They have high-speed internet, so you can do your homework in your res hall and not always have to go to the library. Cable TV, private restrooms. We provide you with a microwave and refrigerator, so you don't need to bring those to campus. Fitness facility and laundry facility. All you have to do is submit your $175 deposit, which is non-refundable, but the sooner you decide on Harris-Stowe State University and submit that deposit, the better your chances are of receiving the particular res hall of your choice. So we want you to connect with us at Harris-Stowe State University. All of our contact information is available here. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you can find all of the information on how to be a Hornet. It is a great day to be a Hornet. Thank you and have a nice day.
Okay, Iris, thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So if you stop sharing the screen, then it'll just be you and I, and then we've got a couple of follow-up questions I have for you.
All right.
All right. Perfect. Okay. So thank you so much for all of that information. I'm sure that our parents and our students will find it, absolutely amazing. Okay. A couple of questions that I just have for you, things that I thought about, as I was listening to the presentation. Okay. So now I know that there are some schools that have application deadlines and end dates, and some of them have rolling applications. So for your university, exactly what is the deadline for applying for admission? And do you have rolling admissions? How does that work for you?
Okay, we are a rolling admission school, which means that once a student applies, we will make an admission decision and get that decision out to them. We do have a priority scholarship deadline. That scholarship deadline is December 1st. So you can apply well after December 1 if you would like. However, to be eligible for that important money in the scholarship, your application needs to be in and totally complete by December 1st. We are going to not have an application fee starting this fall. So no need for the Infinite Scholars in particular to provide us with a fee waiver. All of the application fees, there is no application fee for this academic year.
Okay. I think I saw in the presentation that we were talking about some of the GPAs that are required and the ACT and SAT scores. Okay, so I just want to be clear because there's a lot of information going around whether some schools are accepting ACT or ACT or some of them don't. Okay, so can you explain to us your take on this whole ACT SAT drama and what's going on with it?
Stowe at this time has not decided to go to test optional. And essentially, we're looking at it as an opportunity. We have a new president, as I mentioned before. His goal is to build Stowe State University into a school that is high academic and high achieving. And so with that, we're at least for right now going to keep the ACT in place so that we can build that student to the standards that our new president is looking for. However, that said, for students that don't submit an ACT or SAT for the fall, we will still review them holistically. And if they choose not to, we're not going to deny them. They'll just be asked to submit additional documentation, additional letters of recommendation from their academic teachers. So not coaches or church members, pastors, or even some parents are submitting recommendations. It has to be someone who can really tell us about how the student will achieve academically in the classroom, as well as personal statements. So the student really explaining to us how they will be successful in the classroom, on campus, and how they're going to contribute to the campus community along with their application if they choose not to submit an ACT or SAT.
Okay, perfect. Great information. Now, one of the things that we talk about is that the admissions rate for a lot of universities. We hear statistically that hey, this many students apply, but we only accepted this many. And we want to talk about the admissions rate, your freshman retention rate, and the graduation rate. If for whatever these statistics are that you know.
Correct. So I'll start with the retention rate. Actually, the retention rate is we're averaging about 76% from it's actually 77% from freshman to sophomore year. So we're doing a fairly good job of retaining our students. Our 6-year graduation rate is low, and that then is where the new president is like, let's focus on raising our academic standards so that we can get students that will be able to stay with us academically over the course of the 6 years and graduate on time. So we have been in discussions since he started over the summer on the things that we're going to put in place beginning this fall to really help our students and retain our students for the 4 years. And then you asked me something at the beginning.
Okay, so we talked about admissions rate, freshman admission rate.
Okay. Admission rate. So We are admitting about 88 to 89% of our students that apply to Harris Stowe State University. Those that fall right below the minimums that I showed earlier, we again still consider them, if they're accepted, then we do have a bridge program in place for those students, in which it's usually across the summer. We have the students on campus the entire summer, but thanks to COVID, that won't happen. So we're going to go to the bridge program this fall, and it will be the full semester. They will be a cohort of students, so their classes will be together. Their required tutoring sessions will be together as well. Again, providing all of the support that the students need to transition from high school to college, and then retaining those 4 years here.
Okay, perfect. You know what? Now that leads me to another question that I didn't have here, but it's just very important. When we talk about that transition, we know statistically that the students, making sure that a student finishes that first year strong is a good indication whether that they will, that they will succeed. Okay, and being able to, for a lot of students, they are away from home for the first time. So what support do you have, and I'm sure what I'm looking at for academic support, do you have on campus to be able to help students with that transition, to be able to transition through that first year so that that retention rate that you talk about is maintained?
So one of the benefits of being a smaller school is that our faculty members truly know their students, and they're able to see the students early on if they're starting to fall off. And it could be they're noticing behaviors, even in noticing that a student isn't as focused as they were previously, and be able to start having individual conversations with their students to see what's going on. Is it something going on at home? Is it something going on in the res hall? Are you now having mental issues? Are you having drug dependency issues? And then having those discussions, making the students feel comfortable, and then directing them into the appropriate office or place that they need to get the assistance that they have. Also, so we rely heavily on our faculty members because of the relationships that they have. Also, we have very frank discussions with our students during orientation. We're going through our orientation programs right now, and letting them know, essentially, the old saying, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you're having an issue, don't be afraid to ask. We're not just saying we're here to help you just to be saying we're here to help you. We genuinely want to see you succeed. And if you ask, we will give you all of the resources you need in a private setting, even if you're embarrassed about what's going on, so that you can be successful.
Okay. So when we talk about our students being successful academically, we also know one of the reasons that we're here, that finance is a large piece of importance too. So can you speak to me about, from a financial aid perspective, what help that they give to the students, making sure to understand what the parents, some of our students are first generation students. There are other scholarships outside of scholarships that are there. Okay, can you speak to your financial aid advisors and what they do to help the students above and beyond?
So for the incoming students, at least the admission counselors, we have resources that we're building relationships with our students through this process and this pipeline. So at least on the front end, in the admission standpoint, if we're talking to students and they're telling us they don't know how they're going to afford it, we have a list of scholarship opportunities that our financial aid office has provided us to give to those students. But once they're here on campus, we have emergency funds available for our students. So if they have experienced a time when they do, so for example, the COVID hit us, we had to go to remote learning. The type of student body we have, easily 80% of our students did not have laptops in order to be able to go home and study. So with our emergency funds, the students were able to apply for those in order to be able to receive laptops. But again, if a student will just ask, we will get them the money. I've heard countless of students since I've even started here not too long ago come to me and say, all I did was go into the financial aid office and said, you know, I have this balance for $500. The semester is almost over. I don't know how I'm going to pay it. What can we do? And then help the student and the family navigate that process and find additional funds for them.
Okay. So additional funds, does the financial aid counselors help them look for other scholarships outside of the scholarships that are available here? Okay. All right
Yes.
then. Perfect. Okay. So speaking of that, your process has to be holistic. Okay. So let's talk about once the students are in, how do we navigate them? Do you have an internship program? Do you have a mentorship program? What does career services look like? We want our students to graduate and be able to go into employment. What does that look like?
All of our majors are required to complete an internship. So
Right.
everyone from the sociology majors, even down to the very small theater majors that we have here on campus, they're required to do some sort of internship. And our students work with the Career Services Office during their freshman year with our freshman HSSU 0100 course. It's an orientation type course that all freshmen are required to take, but our career service, the director of career services goes into those classrooms and discuss with the students early on how to use career services, encourage them to come in and practice their interviewing skills, their interviewing techniques, um, to start building their resume as early as their freshman year. You can't wait until your senior year and you're about to graduate to think you're going to develop this wonderful resume 24 hours before you're trying to apply for school or graduation, but building that as you go through the years, encouraging them to find mentors on campus, utilize them for opportunities and gaining information about their chosen career paths. We have a lot of focus on going into graduate schools now. So our faculty members are there for mentors and teaching students on how to research in undergraduate, so they'll be prepared to conduct research when they go on to graduate school. The Career Services Office has a closet here in which students have an opportunity to see how they're supposed to dress professionally in the workplace, in their internship opportunities as well. So a very robust career engagement office that we have here in getting the students involved early on.
Okay. When we talk about internships and mentorships, one of the things is that we know that we're from a very diverse culture. Do your students have the opportunity to be able to do travel abroad, study abroad?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, they go to Haiti just about every year. This year, and it's during spring break. So again, thanks to COVID this year, they weren't able to go to Haiti, but they did go to Little Haiti in Florida. So that was kind of the next best thing that they did. But yes, we have students that study abroad in China. We've had students that study abroad in Spain as well. But we want them to become global and have that experience.
Okay. Talking about that, so let's talk about student life, on campus while they're there. I know that you were saying that the area in St. Louis is in Midtown, which is known for arts and culture. So give me an idea of what students who maybe come from a different background, say maybe come from a rural background that are coming to an urban background. What is life like for the students outside of campus? How involved are they with the community with the university?
So the good thing and the thing that we also like to tell our students is to not just look at the places that they enjoy for entertainment, but potential places of employment as well. So 1 block north or 2 blocks north of us is, or west, 2 blocks west of us is where the Fox Theater, Powell Symphony Hall is located. And so our students have an opportunity to not only go there for concerts, but employment opportunities as well. They enjoy our close proximity to being downtown St. Louis and 5 minutes from the Arch. And so taking advantage of those cultural opportunities in the city museums, we do, some of the organizations on campus will charter a bus, for example, on the weekend, and we'll take a group of students out to a location in the St. Louis area or region, for example, to experience what the St. Louis area, metropolitan area is like.
Okay, all right. Sounds like fantastic. We talk about student life on campus, okay? And so maybe you explained a little bit about if you could explain it to me a little bit more. So what does the housing arrangements look like? I know there are a lot of students who live on campus, so can you tell me the percentage of that and tell me what a typical dorm or housing looks like? And does it differ from freshmen to juniors to seniors?
So a majority of our upperclassmen, so juniors and seniors, will move off campus to some apartments that are very in close proximity to campus. We sublease from them and we provide transportation to some of those areas. Our freshmen and sophomores that want to live on campus can and do live on campus. Our two res halls are now suite styles, and they range from 1 to 4 individuals with their own separate bedrooms in a common area, suite area in the middle that has the lounge chair, TV, and that for them to meet in the middle. And then some res halls, one res hall has the fully kitchen, so a full refrigerator, stove where they can cook, and the other res hall has a community kitchen. So that has the mini fridge and microwave in the room. But if they want to prepare larger meals, then they can do that in the community kitchen. And then one res hall has the dining hall in it. So students are just going to the basement for their dining needs.
Okay, all right, great. One of the things that we do at Infinite Scholars, and I know that there's a particular thing to me, is that we take a look at offering our students a lot of different opportunities, and ROTC is one of the main opportunities that we look at. Having a daughter who attended, college and being part of the military, obviously that cost is cut down for a lot of families or whatever. So are you involved with the ROTC programs? If so, and then could you tell us a little bit about those?
We're affiliated with Army and Air Force ROTC. We don't have detachments on our campus, and so they are with SLU has the Air Force detachment on their campus, and the Army detachment is at Washington University in St. Louis. So if students wanted to participate in ROTC, yes, they'll still take all of their courses and everything here at Stowe State University, but their physical training and those courses, battalion courses, are taking at either Washington University in St. Louis or St. Louis University, depending on which branch of the military they're interested in.
Okay, all right, perfect. I think that I have the majority of my questions answered. We talked a little bit, and you talked a little bit about it, about with COVID and the students not being able to have access to computers. So can you talk to me a little bit about your online courses that you have, how many you have, and whether your focus is more going to on-campus courses or online courses, or, and a lot of universities are in flux about this, but what is your thought process on this right now?
So we have two completely online programs that were already in place before COVID began, and that was criminal justice and healthcare management. So those two programs, if a student was interested in those majors, they were completely online. We are waiting, just like everyone else, till the semester gets closer to see what the recommendations will be from local, state, and federal guidelines as to what we will do. Our goal, just like every other institution in the country, is to have and welcome students to campus this fall. We have our plan A, B, and C in place. It's just a matter of timing and when we're going to announce it. We know we can't wait too much longer. I think our goal now is to make an official announcement by July 1 of what the fall semester will look like.
Okay, perfect. I think that I've covered the majority of the questions that I would think that as a parent or a student that I want to know. Is there anything that you can think of now that we've been talking that we haven't covered? One last bit of information you want us to be able to like know about the university? And then again, could you please provide contact information for yourself, as we wrap up this conversation?
Yes. The only thing that I have left is we tell students all the time, don't look over the universities that are in your own backyard. Yes, it's fun, it's interesting and valuable in some cases for students to get away from home. But for those students that are looking to stay close to home, receive an affordable education, receive an outstanding education by our dedicated faculty members, please consider Stowe State University. It is in your backyard. We're here to serve the community as well. And students can reach the Office of Admission at admissions@hssu.edu. Our phone number is 314-340-3366. Is that right? Yes. And then my direct number is 314-340-3541.
Thank you so much for taking the time out today to be able to provide information, to Infinite Scholars and to our students and parents. We certainly appreciate everything that you've been able to give us today and look forward to our continued relationship, with your college and hopefully being able to see you like on the ground at some of our scholarship fairs.
Yes, indeed. I look forward to it.
Thank you.